Good afternoon and welcome to our Money Making Mom Scope. We're going to be talking about how to get a book deal. So if you have ever thought, I should write a book, or someone has told you you should write a book, or you've ever just wondered what it would be like to write a book and how people actually get book deals, we're going to be talking about that today. So welcome, and I am on time! Yay! If you were in my scope this morning at 7:30, I talked about how this week, especially, I'm working really hard on developing the habit of being more timely and being more on time and planning ahead and not waiting until the last minute. And so I'm committing to everyone that I am going to try to be on time with my scopes this week. So we shall see. But one for one. Yay! Okay, so, you're so sweet. Yay, Erin, it's so fun to see you. Okay, so for those of you who are new, my name is Crystal Payne, and I am the founder of MoneySavingMom.com. I am also the author of almost three books. My first book was called The Money Saving Mom's Budget. I don't really talk about it much because I'm kind of embarrassed of it. My second book is Say Goodbye to Survival Mode, and that came out the beginning of 2014, and this is 9 simple strategies to stress less, sleep more, and restore your passion for life. And this is a book that someone was just saying, I need to reread this book because I felt a little bit stressed out recently, as I talked about on my scope this morning. And if you missed my scope, you can either watch the replay or go to catch.me/MoneySavingMom to watch it. So yeah, I need to read this book again. And then my third book is coming out on November 3rd. And I'm very excited about it. I just got the first box of these books. Yay! I'm so excited. It's called Money Making Mom. And it's how every woman can earn more and make a difference. So that comes out November 3rd. And you can read more about this at MoneyMakingMomBook.com, And also, if you are interested in starting your own business, if you're interested in increasing your income, if you are interested in just wondering how people make a full-time income without an 8-to-5 job, you can go to MoneyMakingMomBook.com. You can sign up for my free 5-day course on how I make a full-time income from home. And I'll tell you all about the mistakes that I've made, the lessons I've learned, and what my key takeaways, keys for success. That's what that 5-day course is. So that is at MoneyMakingMomBook.com. And you can also purchase Money Making Mom. You can pre-order it right now on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. And if you go to MoneyMakingMomBook.com, you can find out more about the free bonuses that we're offering only when you pre-order. So pre-order by November 3rd to get the free bonuses. Alrighty, can it be adapted to dads as well? I wrote it specifically for moms because I think it's important to have more of a target audience than just saying everybody can make money, because that makes it too broad of an audience. So I wrote it specifically for moms. However, the principles can be applied across the board. But it's very important to me that you know what you're getting when you buy a book. And so if you're not a mom, but you're a woman, there's still going to be a lot that's going to apply to you. If you are not a female, there's still going to be a lot that's going to apply to you. But it's specifically, how do you do that dance and that balance between having a business and earning an income and all the responsibilities that come with that, as well as having a family? And how do you do that well and not lose your joy in the process? Okay, so that's a little bit about me. I'm also wife to Jesse. We've been married for 12.5 years. We have 3 kids. Catherine is 10, Caitlin is 8, and Silas is 6, and we live in the Nashville, Tennessee area. Yes, the bonuses apply to the audiobook. The bonuses apply to the ebook and the audiobook and the hardcover book. So if you pre-order before November 3rd, any form of the book, and go to MoneyMakingMomBook.com, you can sign up for the free bonuses, including a 7-day course on making over your calendar. And it talks about how I am productive, how I get more done, how I use Google Calendar and the task on Google Calendar to get a lot done. So that is at MoneyMakingMomBook.com. Alrighty, so how do you get a book deal? Have you ever wondered how the process works? Have you ever wondered, Could I get a book deal? Have you ever thought about that? Do you have a book idea in you? Have your friends maybe said to you, you should write a book? Or you have this great idea and you've not ever found a book that's on it. We're going to talk about how to get a book deal. Now, I'm going to give one caveat right at the beginning, and that's we're talking about how to get a published book deal. You could also go the route of self-publishing, which would be something through Amazon, their ebook program. The Amazon, you can load your ebook on Amazon, and you can do that pretty easily. Or you can also use a program like CreateSpace, and you can do that really easily as well. But this is about getting a published book deal, which means someone else is paying you to not only one, write the book, but someone is also paying for all of the expenses pretty much for the marketing and the printing and the publishing of the book. So everything to do with the book, not only are you not putting money out of pocket for it, you're also getting paid to do it. So this is how to get that kind of book deal. Eric is the one who asked this question. He reached out to me on Twitter and he asked, it says, okay, so what is the process to having the publishing company take a chance on you? So that's what we're going to be addressing today. If you have a question you'd like for me to answer in an upcoming scope, you can tweet at me or you can contact us through the contact form, and that is at MoneySavingMom.com. So number one, if you want to get a book deal, you need to build a platform. So many people want to write a book, but they don't want to put in the work that is required to write that book. You need to build a platform. You need to prove to the publishing company that there is a market out there for what you are saying. And not only what you are saying, but there is a market for you saying it. So if they see that you have people who are following you on social media, whether that's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, Pinterest, on a blog, on a website, if they see that you're getting opportunities to be on TV, if they see that you're getting opportunities to be published on a large site like Huffington Post, they're going to pay attention. So start by building a platform. So many people say, well, how do I do this? I encourage you to go to catch.me/MoneySavingMom, where I talk about, I did a scope on how to get more people to read your blog. That's at catch.me/MoneySavingMom. How to get more people to read your blog. Someone asked, Marathon Mom says, how many followers is enough? That is the golden question, and I can't tell you exactly because it's going to be different for different topics and different publishers. I will tell you this, and that is that very few books, 95% of books is the statistic out there, sell fewer than 5,000 copies. 95% of the books out there sell fewer than 5,000 copies. That's not that many books that are being sold. And so that tells you that many people are writing books and they're not selling them. So that can kind of encourage you to think, okay, do you have more than 5,000 followers? Could you sell more than 5,000 books? If you could, then you are in the above the 95th percentile if you can sell more than 5,000 books. So build a platform. Start with a blog or an online website or even just a social media following. You need to be out there working the streets. That is how you prove to a publisher that they want to give you a book deal. Make yourself so invaluable to them that they will know that it's a no-brainer to give you a book deal. Now, you can go and write this amazing book and you can pound the pavement at the publishing houses trying to get them to publish your book. But very, very rarely does that turn into a book deal. And the reason is because the best way is to pound the pavement in social media and to start by building the platform. You make yourself so lucrative and marketable that if they see that you have 15,000 people following you, if they see that you have 95,000 people following you, if they see that you have a large number of people who are interested and they're engaged in what you're saying, they're going to say, of course we need to give this person a book deal. So start with pounding the pavement by building a platform. I recommend Michael Hyatt's book, Platform. If you have not read that, that's a great read for getting started on building a platform. You can also go to MoneySavingMom.com/scope, MoneySavingMom.com/scope, and there's a link there on how I make money blogging, but that link also tells you how to set up a blog, how to get more readers to your blog, how to build an engaging blog, just all the details of blogging, so if you're interested in that. So number 1, build a platform. Number 2, come up with a great idea. So while you're building this platform, then you can figure out, okay, what is resonating with this audience? What am I passionate about? What am I experienced in? What do I love writing about? And what are people eating up? I never set out to be Money Saving Mom. I never set out to write a book and to write a blog on saving money. Guess what? That is what rose to the top out of me eclectically writing on a bunch of different subjects on a mommy blog that I had when I first started blogging in 2005. So I saw that over and over and over, when I would write about saving money and cutting my grocery bill, that's when people perked up. That's when they started asking for more information. That's when they just wanted as much as I could give them. So then I thought I should write more about this. And from writing more about that and seeing the interest, I did an ebook and then I did an e-course, and finally I decided to start a blog. But that was not what I set out to do. So when you build a platform, that helps you to determine what is resonating with people. That helps you to refine your writing skills, and that helps you to determine what is a good book idea. You've been following me for years and you found me randomly on here. Oh, how fun. So number 1, build a platform. Number 2, come up with a great idea. This is something that you're going to have to really let simmer. It's not something that you're going to come up with in half a second and that's going to be the final idea. I mean, I've never heard of that happening. Possibly it's happened before, but I've never heard of it happening. So when you come up with a great idea, you're going to be writing on it, you're going to be seeing what's resonating, you're going to be asking questions, engaging with people, putting stuff out there. You have to put a lot of stuff out there so that the best stuff rises to the top. So don't be scared, just put it out there, just start. On my first blog, oh my goodness, people, it is in the vault of shame now. We will never, just don't look it up on the Wayback Machine, promise me you won't, because I disagree with almost everything that I said on that blog. But anyway, on that first blog, I had these run-on sentences and paragraphs that were like this long, and my writing was atrocious. And I still don't see myself as someone who is really this amazing writer that people are going to go, oh, and ah. I'm a communicator, and I take big picture ideas and I break them down into bite-sized pieces. That's my gift. That's why I write mostly on practical subjects, because that's my gift. But I have improved so much as a writer from over and over and over and over again, putting my stuff out there and letting the best stuff rise to the top, letting people give me constructive criticism, and then learning and growing and keep not being afraid to just keep putting the stuff out there. So number 1, build a platform. Number 2, come up with a great idea. The way to refine your idea is not only put stuff out there and see what resonates, but secondly, to write your book proposal. There's a book by Michael Larson called How to Write a Book Proposal. I strongly encourage you to see if your library has it, because reading this book will help you determine what a book proposal is. Writing the book proposal is the best way to determine whether you want to write this book, because it's so much work to write a book proposal. So much work. But guess what? In writing the book proposal, you will determine whether you're passionate enough about the subject to write about it, whether you have enough material to write about it, whether you're ready to write about it. So get the book, How to Write a Book Proposal by Michael Larson, and that will help you, walk you through step by step what a book proposal is and how it works and how to write it. So number 1, build a platform. Number 2, come up with a great idea. Number 3, so once you've working on that platform and you've come up with the great idea, you've written that proposal, then you're going to need to get an agent. Now, agents are hard to get if you haven't built up a great following and you don't have your book proposal idea. They are not just going to snatch someone up because they have a great personality. They have to see that you have a ton of skills with marketing or with communicating or with being able to build a following around you before they're going to snatch you up, because an agent is paid a commission based upon what kind of book deal they get for you. So if they don't think they can get a book deal for you, there's no reason that they're going to go to the trouble to sign you. But to find an agent, there are different ways. One, when you've built the platform, a lot of people, there's a lot of ways to kind of connect with an agent by being able to show them that you have a platform and you have a great idea. There's other places like the She Speaks conference that they will connect you with agents. So if you're a Christian woman who's wanting to write a book and be published by a Christian publishing house, the She Speaks conference, you can sign up to be connected with agents there and have meetings with agents and publishers. Also, the Illume blogging conference that was just held last week, that's another conference that they oftentimes will have agents and publishers at. So some of the blogging conferences are a great way to be able to have face-to-face meetings with agents and publishers and get connected that way. Many of my friends who have book deals who are bloggers, that's how they've gotten their agent. So find an agent, and then you're going to refine the idea with your agent. So once you've signed with the agent, they're going to probably want you to rework your book proposal. They're going to have suggestions and ideas to help you refine that idea. Then the agent is going to take the proposal and they're going to pitch it to publishers. So they're going to pitch it to publishers they have relationships with and publishers that they think that the book deal is a good fit for. So the agent is the one who brokers the deal for you. Don't go directly to publishers. They're probably not going to pay attention to you. You need to have the agent as the go-between because they have built the relationship and the rapport. So when they come to a publisher and say, hey, we think this is a great book idea, the publishers are going to pay attention because they have a relationship with the agent. Then, once you've actually gotten the book deal, you're going to refine the idea again because the publisher is probably going to have some suggestions of what they want you to do to refine the idea. Then you're going to write the book, and then you're going to edit the book, which is a big process because editing, unless you're just an amazing writer and you've done a bunch of edits before you turn it in, usually there's going to be a substantive edit process, which means that they're going to edit it for the substance, the overall arc of the book, and not even the little nitty-gritty content, just the overall arc of the outline. And then they're going to, once that's done, then they're going to edit it for the paragraphs, you know, kind of dig into the specific, it's like the content edit, and then there's going to be a grammar edit, and then there's going to be a typo edit, and then there's going to be a layout edit. So there's a lot of edits once you actually get the book written. And then once you get the book written and edited, then it's time to send it off to the printers and you market the book. And not to discourage you, but they say, and I would agree that it's pretty accurate, that writing the book is about 5 to 15% of the work, and the rest of it is marketing. It's a lot of work to market a book. So you better be extremely passionate about this subject. You better love it, love it, love it, because in order to market a book and for it to sell well, you're going to have to talk about it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And you're going to have to come up with lots of different angles and ways to promote it. And you can't just do a week or two of promotion. It's going to have to be something that you're committed to for months if you want your book to do well. You have to be the biggest advocate. Just because the publisher is signing the check and they're paying you does not mean that they're going to go out and do a ton of marketing work. They're going to come alongside you. They're going to help pay for things. They're going to give you some ideas. They're going to go and work the pavement too. But they're expecting you to be the #1 advocate for your book. So I share all of that because I think sometimes people have this sort of pie in the sky idea of what it looks like to get a book deal. And it is a cool thing. It is a cool thing. You know, when I got my book last week and it was so exciting. And my manager and friend Joy when she came last week, and I got to show her the book. She and I have worked so hard on this, and it was so fun for us to be able to hold it in our hands, and it is so exciting. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and it requires a commitment for the long haul if you want to be successful. So I don't want to sugarcoat it. I don't want people to think that, oh, you get a book deal and then your publisher does all the work for you. That's not how it goes. Anytime someone goes into a book launch thinking their publisher is going to be the one that's going to market the book, they're always disappointed. You have to do the majority of the work, and then you have to keep doing the work when there's kind of a window where your publisher is helping you, and then from then on, it's you. And you have to keep marketing it and talking about it and promoting it and doing interviews for it and coming with creative ways to continue to market it without getting worn out. So it's a lot of work, but it can be a wonderful thing. For me, writing books is not a money-making venture. Yes, I have gotten paychecks from it, but I've spent most of the money that I've gotten, I've invested that back into my ghost editor, like I've talked about, and marketing efforts. I always spend, like for instance, this time around, I'm spending a lot of money on Facebook ads because that's something that we found to be successful. So I will spend my marketing dollars that I view them as that I get from the publisher in the form of my check. I'm going to spend all of them on other people and marketing efforts, because for me, writing a book is a labor of love. I also like to designate, with my first book, I gave all of the proceeds away. With my second 2 books, I realized that I needed to be able to save some of that money to pay the extra expenses that would be the ghost editor and that would be the marketing expenses that I didn't realize that I would want to be paying out of pocket. So it's not a money-making venture for me. If you sell 500,000 copies or 1 million copies or 5 million copies, it's going to be something that you're going to turn a good profit. But very few people do that. Like I said, 95% of the books sell fewer than 5,000 copies. So it's not a money-making venture for me, but it is a labor of love, because being able to put this book out there that someone can read the whole thing. Some people don't look on the internet. Some people don't read blogs. Some people just go to the library. And so by being able to write a book, it's a gift that you can give to the world, and that you can be able to encourage and inspire people, and kind of all in one place, so that they don't have to go through all of the blog posts, or they don't have to watch all your interviews. They don't have to do all the effort to compile it all in one organized place, because a lot of this information, you could get it out there. Now, in my book, MoneySavingMom, there's actually a lot of stuff that I've never blogged about, never written about, never spoken about, because I just hadn't talked much about making money. I mean, I talked a little bit about it, but not much. When I went to write the book, I realized that I was starting from a fresh slate. And it was so much fun to be able to be sharing about things that I'd never written about before, and sharing an inside peek into starting a business and running a business and the mistakes that I've made, and then getting to interview so many other women and who have been successful and who have made mistakes, and to get to share their stories in the book. So that's what I wanted to share. So 3 resources. I mentioned 2. One is Platform by Michael Hyatt, and that's for building your platform. Number 2, How to Write a Book Proposal by Michael Larson. Once you've built your platform, you've got your idea, learn how to write a book proposal with that book. And then for marketing your book, one of my favorite books is Sell Your Book Like Wildfire by Rob Eager. Sell Your Book Like Wildfire by Rob Eager. That book is full of amazing information on how to market your book. And I really recommend that people read it before they actually write their book, because he will tell you how to make sure that your book is marketable before you write it, and kind of those sticky sentences, so different phrases and your outline and how you're going to set things up so that it's marketable and it's something that's really going to stick and be hooky and grab people. Who is the author of Platform? That is Michael Hyatt. So Platform by Michael Hyatt. I'm assuming your library should have it. I don't know if they would have How to Write a Book Proposal by Michael Larson or Sell Your Book Like Wildfire by Rob Eager. But both of those are manuals that have so much information in them. I think they would be very worth investing in for your book writing career. So that's what I want to share with you today. If you have any questions, be sure to tweet at me and I will consider them for future scopes. But I have to hop off because I have a battery that is about ready to die. So it was great getting to chat with you this afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow morning around 7:30 a.m. Central Time for our morning motivation show. If you haven't done so already, be sure to go to MoneyMakingMomBook.com, MoneyMakingMomBook.com, where you can read all about my new book,